megacycles by authority of the Federal Communications Commission. A test program follows. For you who have been trained technically, I need hardly say that there's still a number of problems to solve. I guess you know them as well as anybody knows them. But I think we've proceeded far enough to justify the statement, at least, that these technical problems are not insurmountable. We are operating on a frequency of 52 megacycles by authority of the Federal Communications Commission. A test program follows. For you who have been trained technically, I need hardly say that there's still a number of problems to solve. I guess you know them as well as anybody knows them. But I think we've proceeded far enough to justify the statement, at least, that these technical problems are not insurmountable. We are operating on a frequency of 52 megacycles by authority of the Federal Communications Commission. A test program follows. For you who have been trained technically, I need hardly say that there's still a number of problems to solve. I guess you know them as well as anybody knows them. But I think we've proceeded far enough to justify the statement, at least, that these technical problems are not insurmountable. We are operating on a frequency of 52 megacycles by authority of the Federal Communications Commission. A test program follows. For you who have been trained technically, I need hardly say that there's still a number of problems to solve. I guess you know them as well as anybody knows them. But I think we've proceeded far enough to justify the statement, at least, that these technical problems are not insurmountable. We are operating on a frequency of 52 megacycles by authority of the Federal Communications Commission. A test program follows. For you who have been trained technically, I need hardly say that there's still a number of problems to solve. I guess you know them as well as anybody knows them. But I think we've proceeded far enough to justify the statement, at least, that these technical problems are not insurmountable. We are operating on a frequency of 52 megacycles by authority of the Federal Communications Commission. A test program follows. For you who have been trained technically, I need hardly say that there's still a number of problems to solve. I guess you know them as well as anybody knows them. But I think we've proceeded far enough to justify the statement, at least, that these technical problems are not insurmountable.
a frequency of 52 megacycles by authority of the Federal Communications Commission. A test program follows.
For you who've been trained technically, I need hardly say that there's still a number of problems to solve. I guess you know them as well as anybody knows them. But I think we've proceeded far enough to justify the statement, at least, that these technical problems are not insurmountable.
Hello and welcome to Archimedes versus Exalted Balding, the first game of two that we've got going today. I'm joined by C Minion.
Hiya.
And we're going to be watching B Fuel versus Lots of Muffins.
So, B Fuel, yes, I know the guy well. Great guy, local guy for me. And Lots of Muffins, well, she's one of our big fans. Always on the stream, always chanting for us and always cheering everyone. So, two great players to see involved here.
And the biggest thing is Archimedes are the original winners. They took the tournament in KOTE 1, and they've always been a team to watch, even though they've not been in every KOTE. Whenever they've been in, they've always been a team to watch because they pull out a hell of a performance.
Actually, now, though Archimedes did win KOTE 1, there was a lesser known KOTE 0 before we announced everything to see how the format would work, which was two teams, Exalted and a team in Gran Canaria. And so technically, Exalted is the original winners for KOTE, who is the top one. Yes,
they're the shadow winners.
Everything of the format changed after that event. Like we went from 7 players to 3, or 5 players to 3. I forgot.
So what you're saying it's KOTE 1 winners versus KOTE beta winners.
Yes, it is. It is very interesting to see this.
I am absolutely in love with Kieran's deck here. I said, if you ever come out to trading or selling it, let me know. Yeah, I love it.
So Kieran's also a prime winner, which is always interesting.
I mean, in this day and age, who isn't a prime winner?
Shut up.
I have 2 under my belt.
Yes, and that's why we think. I'm moving on. Right, so once.
So I've changed this up a little bit, so I've enhanced the chat. So we're not going to see the deck lists. It's going to be a little bit more interesting for us.
Sure.
But we're going to be able to read the chat a little bit more, so we should be able to understand more what's going on. I thought this would be a nice little change to it.
Okay, that makes sense. So what we have here is we have Kate's mulligan straight away. I didn't see what she mulliganed, but she now goes in with Infernus and Dis, second player, so she's looking like, I would guess, Star Alliance first turn. What Kieran starts off by playing,
Balloon Calf. Balloon Calf is the anomaly, which is if tide is, it can only be used if it can be used if the tide is high, which is not an issue for Wolves Collide versus Wolves Collide. And it's fight, reap, exhaust the creature and buff its neighbours.
Yeah, okay.
A hell of a turn 1 play for 6 power as well. Hard to deal with.
Yeah, well, we've got Commander Chan down, which is what we expect as the first turn from Muffins. So then we know the Star Alliance turn from above. Yeah, all the producing stuff is coming down. What is he going to do? Is he going to play the upgrade?
The Tachyon Pulpate is going to be very interesting because whenever they call a house, they have to destroy an artifact from that house, and both players have got a fair few decent artifacts in these. And
they've both got Star Alliance and Dis, so. And Untamed, actually. Yeah. All the houses are the same.
It's a complete mirror match. So any house that gets called, if the opponent has an artifact, and that artifact's gone.
It's going to be interesting. So Kate comes in. I don't think Kate's got a Dis turn. I think she's going to have to do a Untamed turn and keep the Dis for the following turn because of the Infernus. There's not in a lot there. 2 Infernuses this early. I mean, it's not a bad thing, but. She really needs to get rid of the anomaly before she can use the Infernus to deal with it. Yeah. And then Ghost Hawk coming in now as well. I mean, it's going to be interesting. So Kate comes in. I think she's going to have to do a Untamed turn and keep the Dis for the following turn because of the Infernus. There's not in a lot there. 2 Infernuses this early. I mean, it's not a bad thing, but she really needs to get rid of the anomaly before she can use the Infernus to deal with it. Yeah, and then Ghost Hawk coming in now as well. I mean,
Now, if
It
you're
would be
Kieran,
any of our deck that would be glorious against.
if you're Kieran, you just go Starlines here and just go for the Reaps. You've got
Yeah.
Kahal's Blaster in hand, which means you're going to be able to deal 3 damage plus 2. No, going for this turn.
I mean, what's your anomaly text again? Fight, reap, ready and use your neighboring
No,
creatures.
fight, reap, exhaust an enemy creature and both of its neighbors.
So not necessarily a bad thing because you can get the Chan exhausted and get the Packer Amber in a bit. It fights the Packer Amber with
There
an
you go,
exhausted
reaps with
Chan.
Valenclaw and then exhaust both the creatures.
Yeah. So now, there's only one in discard, but there's 2 pips. So this is where I'd do a dis turn, use one of the 2 Infernuses, take him off the 2 Amber, but most importantly, get the Poltergeist out of the way.
Oh, do you play the not finish for you and then use Infernus on your own discard to get them down? No, holds the Infernuses. Infernuses, Inferni.
Yeah.
Inferni, I like
Yeah.
Inferni.
The bastard cards. I mean, the annoying cards. Yeah, we've got to be careful of our swearing on when we put this onto YouTube, baby.
A little bit, yeah.
All right, so
I
would
very clearly
say-
click not made for kids when I do it.
yeah, it's more the monetization and the
We are 989 followers and about 3,700 hours off being monetized, mate.
We'll be there in a week or 2. Solid, non-stop work. So I'm just gonna move the chat so in case anyone actually wants to watch us.
Yeah, if you are in chat, please do feel free to let us know you're here. Get chatting. Let us know if we missed anything that you think was an important play. Nice use of Nature's Call to bounce, but it does put enough in the discard. Holds the I was going to say holds the Papa Anger, but it's a Maverick Star Alliance. Hey, Tommy! And if you're not following, do hit that follow button so that you get notified when we go live with streams. And it helps us also get closer to hit an affiliate where we can drop some nice emotes.
Yeah, I mean, we've got, I think, one of our highest number of viewers of 7 on our commentation.
Hey.
And Tommy's particularly interested because he's one of the players in the Team Exalted Balding Edition.
Yeah,
so
we've got his game on. It's got to be a Starlight's turn here. You've got Kirby's Blaster on the Tachyon Pulpate. You can drop that Reaper Pulpate, which allows you to play Hysteria. Which then allows you to put the Blaster on Kirby, draw 2, play Hysteria, bounce it all back, and then play the Kirby and the Blaster again, draw 4 cards overall. I mean, you put a lot of chaff back. You do put a lot of chaff back in your hand, but it's also a hell of a turn.
I don't mind chaff in my hand because you can generally get rid of it. It may take you a time to get rid of it, but it puts you in a good place. And here he is doing what we said. Allows him to play one more Starlight on a bat.
Attachment.
One more non-Starlight. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, you were going to say?
He's got Kahal's Blaster. If he touches Kahal's Blaster to Lieutenant Kahal, he can take out the Molphin due to the effect of 3 damage, which seems really strong. And then you can re-put the Pulpate, put that onto Kirby. And I've just realised he's got a Science Officer style, which means that Kirby's triggered twice, but there's nothing to actually play twice.
Yeah.
Depends what he draws, I guess.
Well, he's getting through his deck, which, let's be fair, is always an important strategy no matter the hand.
Oh, definitely. So, any card that says
2 angers out.
Any card that says draw a card is insane.
So the Blaster is down on
So
Size off some Morpheus.
Reaps Pulpates, puts Kahal's Blaster onto Morpheus, which is a bit weird, but okay.
Okay.
It's going to depend on what he gets from the 2 cards.
Yeah, completely.
Oh, it's Melena's Blaster, not Kirby's Blaster.
I can't see that from here because of the sodding resolution. See the pictures.
I thought it was Kirby's Blaster.
All right, cool. So anyway, he's now opened up into a nice disc turn the following turn, though the artifact won't be around for long. Now is the question is, do you pop the Infernuses? He's on 7. He's gonna have a. Oh, he's gonna go.
So yeah, she's
Okay.
gone Untamed to drop the Wild Wormhole Technician. Both players having Mavericks, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, Wild Wormhole Technician, I would have done the Infernuses to get him
Get him
off
off the
check,
queue, yeah.
but maybe I've missed something. So what's she thinking?
Oh,
So
yeah, little misplay there.
what'd she do? Oh, she thought about the
She forgot about the
what's
hazardous.
it called? Yeah.
Yeah, this is where Kate put in the chat going, well, that was a misplay and a half. And then I put in the chat, yeah, it's not like anyone's going to see it, though.
We've all been there.
Yeah,
Me regularly.
misplays happen.
But so I mean, first Keyforge now, 1 to 4 Amber. We got a Dis turn coming down. Soul Snatch is down. Discard a Hysteria, but makes sense because right now is not the time to play Hysteria. Yeah, get some more Dis, Elemental and Madison out, and then Reap for the last guys.
Yeah, Reaper Lilithful capturing one, Reaper Etrame destroying. It's going to have to be a discard. So it's probably going to be the Etrame that was just played, which gets one Amber thanks to Soul Snatcher. Reap with Balloon Calf, which will then allow you to exhaust the Wild Wormhole Technician.
Yeah.
Oh no, goes for the fight, giving Amber to Muffins. That's a weird one.
What?
Yeah.
So it,
So Muffins.
now the Infernuses comes out.
But
yeah.
Muffins also immediately selected this, which gets rid of the Soul Snatcher.
Yeah. Unsurprisingly. The two Infernuses come down to get some purging out of the way.
But Kieran only has one Amber.
Yeah.
Purges Poltergeist in Nature's Call for the first Infernus. And
Does she
purges
keep the assume?
purges
Yeah, sorry,
Papa
carry on.
Anger and Soul Snatcher with the second Infernus. Does not want that is Obsidian Forge if Soul Snatcher can come back in any way.
I mean, the question I was trying to say is she going to keep Exhume out, and she did, or did she just redraw that Exhume after
She
doing
redrew an Exhume. She played Exhume to get back Papa Anger.
Anger. No, it makes sense. So we're looking at 1 to 5, 1 key in the Kieran's hand.
Now,
now this is going to be an Untamed turn.
but
no way.
the Gleeful Mayhem, when you have an exact mirror in houses, just gets infinite value here.
Yeah.
Because Kate does not have to target any of her own creatures.
Yeah. So, right, we're going to looking at the Kieran's the active player. I would probably go Star Alliance for the Reap or do the Untamed to get the cards through. But neither feel amazing.
I'd go Untamed because you've got creatures in the discard you can get back. It helps you to set up.
Well, Paparanga's gone. Which other creatures you got in the discard?
Well, Papanga is the Star Alliance. I can't remember what else he has on there.
Was it? Oh, my bad.
Yeah, it's a Maverick Paparanga in Star Alliance, and he's got a Paparanga in Untamed.
Oh, nice.
If the Soul Snatcher lived, he's got an unnatural selection with so many creatures down. Imagine that Amber Burst. This this Pulpate has just worked against him in this game.
Yeah, we're still winning. Don't forget that. He's still a key ahead.
Yeah, he's still winning. Are you winning, son?
Star Alliance. Yeah, he's at the moment. So Star Alliance is gone.
It's a meme from the kids. Are you winning, son?
Yeah, I know it's a meme for the kids. I'm just pretending I'm an old man and you're the young man. I don't know how old you are though, Brett. So you could well be older. Techno Pulpa sweeping.
I'd have killed it. Honestly, I'd have killed it. Knowing what Kieran has in hand, I want that Pulpate gone before I drop that Obsidian Forge because I do not want the Obsidian Forge getting taken out. Quinn can lose his value here because it's a mirror in houses and so with such a big board. Quinn can's getting no value here.
Yeah.
For Kirby to play Obsidian Forge? Possibly?
Or Paparanga's the other one.
Oh yeah, no, because Paparanga is a creature, not an action.
Oh yeah, so it's non-creature. Yeah,
but it could be regrowth into the Star Alliance Paparanga.
No, because he purged that. That one was purged.
Oh yes, it was. Yes, it was.
So I
Oh.
think it'll be into Obsidian Forge.
It was
Right
into
now,
Obsidian
Obsidian
Forge.
Forge is in a very good place to have that to play.
And that gets them to check as well.
Yeah. So pressures on Kate here. Now, Gleeful Mayhem with the dis. And then
It's got to be a dis turn. You fight Infernus into Valenclaff or one of the ones that has Hazardous, so you can exhume it.
Play it again.
Goes dis to
And
also destroy the Obsidian Forge.
Yep, of course.
Because look how
And the
many
Gleeful-
creatures there. That's almost a free key.
No, I think it is a free key.
1, 2,
And
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Very close. Yeah,
Yeah.
there we go. Where's the Infernus fight into Armor Smith?
Oh,
Then is it going to be Exhume first, or is it going to be Gleeful Mayhem first? That's the only real question right now.
It doesn't really make much of a difference. Infernus to fight Morpheus doesn't want those double actions go down. And with an Infernus in hand, that's not a bad move.
Not quite a move yet, but yeah. So then the Gleeful Mayhem goes down. She's down 6, and where's she going to put that damage? Yeah, that makes sense.
Lilful. Gets rid of the Pulpate and the Bramble Links.
So then she can then go and use Exhume, and she's going to take 2 with Pips on to get rid of probably Obsidian Forge will be 1 to get onto 6, and 1 more with a Pip if there's another one. With Pip,
Lay of the Lands.
God, so much of this deck.
There's so many threats in that discard. Yeah.
Lay of the Land. Starts off the Morpheus.
Starts off the Morpheus that allows them to forge the key, but doesn't want a regrowth on Morpheus. That's not a bad move.
I don't know. She is now an 8, so it's going to be a.
That is an 8, but a key behind.
It's 8, yeah. Well, 2 keys behind, really, unless they've increased the key cost that I missed.
Well, no, there's not an increase in key cost. Kieran's getting this key.
Yeah, it's the second key that's the issue, though. So it's 2 keys behind.
Well, no, because Kate's going to forge your next turn.
Let's wait and see. I don't think we can stop it, but I want to wait and see. With the Infernus seeing getting down to 8, and I don't know if and they've got the captures as well. So I think
there's not really a way because Archimedes would have to fight one Archimate into the Papa Anger, then use Malison to fight an Infernus to capture one, and then use his own Infernus to take off 2.
Yep.
Which seems like a lot of work when you can literally just go reap for 4, kill the 2 Infernuses, play your own Infernus, get them down to exactly 6, and then just lol because you're 2 away from winning.
Well, and knowing Kate's hand, I agree. But without knowing Kate's hand, I'm not sure which way I'd do this.
The other way to go about
Untamed turn. Untamed turn.
I was going to say the other way to do it is if they'd have gone this, get rid of the Papa Anger, and then that Quincan has value because if either player goes untamed, you're stealing one.
True. So he'll do. Was it Cauldron Boil in the? Yeah.
Cauldron Boil wipes out everything but one Infernus.
Yep. Papa Anger goes down in the logical place. And then what's he going to regrowth? Is the question.
Bramble Links. So they can play it.
Well, yeah, that's a fair point. He's on 2. Hasn't got Kate down at all.
Lilithful. So
Lilith.
nice bit of information given away there that he intends to go this next turn, but with a lowdown in hand. What? Kate just rush into 6 straight away.
She's a catch-up. She's done it perfectly. 2 stealth modes. That forces him to dis pretty much, given that hand.
It does, but
which is probably what he's going to play anyway.
Yeah, dis.
You can play the Infernus to purge those 2 stealth modes if I was him.
Well, Malison to fight Commander Chan. You can capture one from their own side onto the Infernus. Then use Infernus to get rid of 2, putting them down to 3. Reaper Etchame, kill Kate's Infernus. Reaper Valenclaff, play Lilithful, and sit there on 6. Oh, Reaps to the Malison.
Well, the thing is, he can still make the Chan be exhausted. So
true, but
That's. I mean, even if he lets Kate have this, well, he won't because the furnace has gone down. But he got himself to 5.
But the way I see it is, reaping with Malison is a +1, but fighting with Malison into Chan is a +1 and a -1 for your opponent, which to me is better value.
I don't know what the upgrades are on Chan either from this angle. So
it is Universal Translator, and I can't remember what the other one is. I have to go back and look.
So yeah.
The furnace comes back from muffins. Thanks for a nice regrowth.
Makes sense. He puts down unsuspecting prey.
And she has a cauldron boiler hand, which is going to wipe out the creatures it's put onto.
Exactly. Nice play.
Harbinger. Oh, Harbinger of Doom and Gleeful Mayhem is one of my favourite combinations from Worlds Collide.
Just a shame it's a little late. I mean, that board wipe facility would have been great earlier in the game. So, at the moment, with Kieran's current position, I would honestly be looking at Untamed just for the Amber, or Disc just for the Amber with the Reaping.
The main issue with Reaping with the Disc is that Etchame will destroy. I would be fighting with Malison to capture from their own side again. And then fighting with the Etchame to get that imprinting Mamook off the board. And then Reap with Loonclaff, Reap with everything else. Just keep Kate off the second key, because you do not want to give that kind of opportunity.
Oh, completely. But we know he's got to be, with the Infernus in play there, he's got to get himself +3. Sorry, to 9. Oh, 8, sorry. So you need to get 3 Amber out of this, which, he could do.
Yeah,
It will be the anomaly, Yeah. So, it's going to Dis. Yeah. First one comes down.
Is it going to be a Reap with the Etchame to destroy Imposter? To do some damage to their hand?
Not convinced right this second. He just needs to still get rid of that.
There's a Reap Powerful taking off the key.
He needs to get rid of the elusive he needs to break the elusive of the Mamook still.
Reaps with Etchame, destroys the Imposter to get rid of Harbinger Doom.
Yeah.
And I think this is where Kieran forgets that Imprinted Mamook does what it does, or remembers and fights here. It was last week, I can't remember.
I mean, I don't know what I did this morning.
So use this Malison to fight.
There you go. Breaks the elusive.
And more importantly, takes her off the key.
He hasn't. Oh, now he has. Yep, my bad. And then fight.
Right, exhaust Commander Chan. Gets to 9. And that's all she wrote. We know that, but Kate will play that.
Down to 7.
Hoping to find a fertility chance or anything that's got multiple pips.
So I haven't seen one go through, have you? Decision Forge and Regrowth. Yeah.
And there it is.
Game. That's a great little game.
It was.
Tom, what is your team member Kieran?
Game 1 goes to Team Exalted. But Archimedes put up one hell of a fight.
I've got high expectations from Exalted in this tournament. Just to be clear, and for full disclosure, 2 of the Exalted Bolding Edition are mods for us. Those Tom and
But they
John.
get no preferential treatment.
No, we just actually probably treat them worse because they're mods.
John wanted to spectate this game, and Kate said no. So we respected her wishes, and he was not allowed to spectate because he is a team member.
Yeah, and that is how it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, are we going to jump ahead to the next game in the interest of time?
Yeah, can do. It's got a little. Ooh, that's. Boom. Game 2. So this is John versus Seb. So quick look at deck list. Triple cleansing wave coming from Seb here.
Interesting. And this is versus John.
So this is AOA versus Exalted AOA versus Archimedes Mass Mutation.
And one of the things I noticed in this round was the number of AOA decks that beat Mass Mutation decks was unbelievable.
I came close. I came so close, But an 84 SAS triple Ludo 6-in deck was so hard. Cleansing Wave with a damage. I like that because it's guaranteed at least one amber.
Yeah.
And plays the mutant capture purse. Damages itself. Very nice. Plays Cleansing Wave. Gets the heal. Gets 2 from that. Yeah, got a Purge Harvester. Harvester does a lot of work. Pismir with another mutant in hand against AOA, which has no mutants, is going to increase that key cost to 8. But, as you know, like against Sasha and other Genka decks, you don't really want to increase the key cost of Genka decks because it makes Martial Generosity so much better.
So, just to let you know, of the all of the AOA games and AOV mass mutations in round 2, 39 AOA games won to 48 mass mutations.
That's not bad at all.
Now I need to do some sanity checking to double check there's no double counts there.
We should like do something to look forward to in the future is doing a meta report where we can go through a round and go through what decks.
Brett, we've set that for the last 5 events.
I've only been here for the last 2.
3.
3 including this one, yeah.
But yeah. So anyway, we've got, so just for those just joining in, we've got John versus Seb. So this is Team Exalted Bolden Edition at the top, with the bottom is Team Archimedes. We've gone through this straight away. Seb goes down to 6 amber with a Marson with a Gen card get deck at the bottom. Sorry. At the top, at the bottom, at the top, at the top. I didn't know what
Plays
to say.
Extinction on Mutants. That is nasty, especially with Johnny Longfingers in hand, because if that had been down 1 turn later, that would have been so much stealing.
And then a shit ton of cards coming to it.
Draws, gets Martian, gets Key Abduction, but doesn't have enough amber to actually pull it off. Doesn't have enough cards and amber. He's 1 short. He's 2 short.
But he's in a good place.
Oh, definitely. I mean, too much to protect Rigged Lottery. Yeah, too much to protect Rigged Lottery. Double by Penny, which is not great.
I mean, let's be frank. Seb's probably going to get more than 2 amber next turn, so the 2 much protect will instantly get him 2. 2 bad pennies is what you do.
But if I'm Seb, I'm playing around the too much to protect now, so I'd get to exactly 6, which is what he's done.
Yeah. Shame that Ronnie will now come out, and that's got to be a Shadow's turn, right?
Yeah, it's definitely a Shadow's turn. I remember this play. This is a beautiful play by John here. Or maybe not.
No.
Oh no, because he's got the Grok in hand with the Relentless Assault.
Oh, of course, yes.
And a Mugwump. I still want to find. I want to find a deck that has got into the frame Mugwump. I know it goes against the algorithm, but there's got to be one out there.
Just to spite you, will be a Mugwump in a different house by the Maverick, just to spite you.
Oof, play Grump. Now has to leave the Johnny alive here, because Johnny will steal.
It's also still in 6 is the other key thing, but yeah, he'll be down to 5 in a second.
Exactly. So only fights against the Niflate. Very good play by John there. What's he going to do with his second pound? Guess he could put it on to Johnny. Johnny goes to... Yeah, Johnny would go to 3 damage. No, holds on to it.
Curious.
Yeah, very interesting. Hello to our 11 viewers. Damn, where did they come from?
It's a closing time at the pub somewhere.
Should be on the lockdown.
Yeah, let's not talk about my weekend. So at the weekend, I actually saw Stuart Green's local venue, Ludicrous.
Ah.
I may or may not be catching up with a couple of old friends.
And we have actually got some urchins in the chat. Hello, Adnes.
Hi, Anders. I've now seen Ludicrous. I walked past it admittedly, that's all I did, but I saw an encroaching it on Saturday night.
Uses Johnny Longfingers to steal one, goes up to 7, plays another Johnny Longfingers, passes.
So this is going to be a Shadow's turn.
Yeah,
with
plays Dust Chronicles. Plays Ronnie to steal 2.
Yeah, then plays too much.
You discard the pennies, right?
No. Yeah, they're not worth it.
Oh, my asthma with too much to protect. No.
Oh, no. Oh, man. The poor man's interdimensional graft, but we gives him a key.
Oh.
Oh.
This is just mean.
This is a John deck, definitely.
Seb is trying so hard to get this key.
Well, it's the point in the game.
I do like Seb's deck. It's got so many mutants and a double Johnny. For those who are unaware, Johnny basically gives every friendly mutant destroyed, steal 1. It is just so nice. And there are now 4 mutants on Seb's board. Well,
Go on, post them again, John.
It's got to be
Not
Dark.
any loyalty here.
It's got to be Dark Fairy and Gloria's Attendant with Mugwump and Ronnie. Oh, keeps the Ronnie out.
Oh, Ronnie, once he's there, is not that much of a risk. It's more an issue if he's in the discard than on the board, I'd argue. But depending on what other cards he's got.
Seb has drawn Bringlow, the discount Doorstep to Heaven. Cleansing Wave. Destroy all mutants, which is so good with a Johnny deck.
So as was there, so he's not 4G.
Yep, plays weak, passes.
Gets, yeah. So now it's going to be interesting. So it's going to have to be a Sanctum turn at this point, I imagine. Are those untamed?
Goes to attempt again.
Interesting.
Go for that pure ammo control. Now, do you let Seb have the key here? Because he's only on 6. So, yeah, you got to let Seb have the key.
Don't have a choice, too. I'll do the Brogger at this point, get the Brogger out to get the hand cycle.
Go, Bob, now kill the Dark Fairy. Oh, yeah, Tremor. Punch. Punches Johnny Longfingers. So gains 1 back and steal, and he has 1 stolen. Goes to quiet and then pound to get the other 2 off the board. I do like that. So gets to check himself. So right on the heels.
Yeah. So clears the board. He lets Seb get the key, but he's now on 6 with a clear board in front of him.
Bringlow is going to keep them off the key.
Missed that, yeah.
Yeah, so Bringlow lets you capture all your opponents and we're down to 5.
Yeah.
Praise Grizzleheart's Wrath, which destroys all mutants. Praise Grizzleheart's Attendant, which comes in enraged, uses it to break the elusive on Kulf, then uses Grey Rider to take it out, and then uses Bringlow to capture 1, keeping John off the key.
Yep. So now what we see coming in, so he's on 4, so you probably could be a Shadow's turn. I think it'd be more likely a Brognar turn.
It's either a Brognar turn to get yourself back on the key, or it's a Shadow's turn to drop Yancy Gang and Lamidria.
It's not enough yet. I would save that for another turn, but I would do the Brognar.
But look at it, Seb's hand. Dark Wave finishing blow against AOA, which does not have mutants. Well, a lot of mutants.
Which ones does it have?
Researcher Smoko.
Okay.
There's a Replicator. There's 11 mutants that were in circulation before MM, as far as I'm aware. One of which is Hapsis, which was weird. Yeah, so we see the Dark Wave come down with a double pip. Uses Sacrifice to capture 1, gets down to 6. Uses Vandalize to discard a card from the top of John's deck. Discards Iron Obelisk. Oof. A finishing blow to capture, keeping John off the key again. Shadows from John. Ring Lottery, putting Seb up to 13. Too much protect going up to 14 themselves, so Seb will get the second key. But John is sat there on 14 amber now, thanks to a beautifully played Ring Lottery.
Yeah. I wish you hadn't told me the outcome of this game now. Because at the moment, looking at this, it could go either way. I mean, yeah, Seb's definitely in favour here, but
You're giving away too much information here.
probably,
The
yeah.
viewers don't know.
I could look it up.
Oh, true. You can just go to reports and look it up. But I'm sure no one's done that here.
I haven't.
Witch of the Eye to capture, getting on to 13. Growth Surge is going to be very nice. It's going to keep Witch of the Eye alive on 6 if they play it here. Plays Flute.
Yeah.
Growth Surge on the... Yeah, so puts Witch of the Eye up to 6. Puts Flute up to 4. And a Commune. Now, Commune's nice, but the Omega makes it a pain, especially when the Commune's got a pip. That is a sad pip on Commune. Plays Mugwump. Iron Obelisk is going to get no value on Mugwump because it heals itself. Ooh, takes out Witch of the Eye with Mugwump. Gets up to 9. Uses 1-2 punch to stun Flute.
Now,
Again,
technically, John here at this point has more amber. So, yeah. Sorry,
Yep.
carry on.
Jonah's got more amber by 2. Has a Martin's amber in hand, a Martian Hounds, a Flaxium Strike, a Running Risk Clocks, a Dust Chronicles. This is... The momentum has just dramatically swung in John's favour since that ring lottery too much to protect play. What you go here? Fangs of Grizzle Heart is dead at this point because the biggest creature is yours at 6, which would give John more amber, which you don't want.
No. It's an interesting... It's a dilemma of a turn.
It's John's turn. Shadows, Ronnie Steele 1. Dust Chronicles Archive Pound.
Mm-hmm.
Steal one with Yancy Gang. Just get yourself up to 6.
We're going to keep the Mars behind scenes for a following turn.
There's, well, we know there's not going to be a following turn, but yeah.
Oh, I don't know that. But yeah, okay, I can work it out.
Yeah.
But wow, that is one hell of a comeback from John.
Oh, Archives the Ronnie just gets to 6.
Well, no harm keeping Ronnie ready just in case he misses something.
Well, Seb can literally delay 1 turn with this with this red penny, which is what he's going to do. And 1 turn might be all they need. Takes out Lemidria, steals 1, fights Yancy Gang, doesn't get the steal.
So it's 5-4, last key.
Marty's Amber's going to capture 1 from the other side, and the Flexible Strike's going to wipe out the creatures not on the flank.
Yeah.
Scarred Martian Hounds. And that's going to take them boom up to 9. Again, a very good game.
What's he got? I don't think he's got anything.
No. If you had creatures on the board, he might be able to do something with the Lieutenant. Can almost get to the point where he can threaten himself, but without the board, he can't take advantage. There comes the GGs.
Yeah, that's a good game.
So that is 2-0 to Exalted.
Yay! No bias here.
So before I start next one, that means that both Exalted teams won in round 2 through a game and a bye.
Yes, that is the best round that Exalted has ever had. Thanks to the bye and some great playing as well. Don't get me wrong here. So, you all right? So we have Team Exalted A and Team Exalted Bouldering Edition as the B. We couldn't... I won't say the words we were going to consider.
Now we've got Tommy Boy versus Liam.
Now, Tommy is in the chat, or he was in the chat. I don't know if he's still there.
Let's have a look.
Let's see what he's saying. Is he going to come say hello again?
He should, according to the chat, I think he's still here.
Awesome.
Triple
he's
sucker
still
punch.
here.
Yep.
Oh,
Triple
That's
Ludo
never
coming
nice.
in from the Saurian side. with
So this is
Pincer.
WTWC. Is Was Glide, or
No, this is Mass Mutation from Exalted versus AOA from Archimedes. It's the only one where it's inversed, where we've got Archimedes on top.
that's where I'm confused. Awesome. So who won the toss? The toss was won by Tom. He mulliganed, and they both mulliganed. Interesting.
It's got to be a Saurus Rex start. So
Oh hell yeah! That's
you might not be able to see it in the chat because it's a bit blurred. It's just got Liam saying we can have a nice relaxed game because there's no pressure because the outcome's already decided. If Exalted had lost here, I was gonna put this second and then it like get rid of that. But yeah, play Saurus Rex, which is a legitimate turnable move.
Yeah, I've lost multiple times to that card starting. I'll play just on that one I play. I don't actually have a deck with Saurus Rex in yet. Not that I've been trying to find all the leaders or anything.
I've got one with double Saurus Rex. Oh, I had it there. Sold.
Drawing them together must be really annoying.
I think I sold it, but it's just so good to get earlier. Do you just go Saurian here just to get the advantage of Saurus Rex?
I don't know. It's a good question.
You can go Wild Bounty, capture on Saurus Rex, play Dark Fairy to get 2. I think this is what Tommy's thinking at the minute, trying to figure out what's the best way to go.
Yeah, it's an interesting one.
The triple
I wonder
sucker
if he would-
punch with these low power creatures is going to be very nice. Reaper Rex, Exalted, go get Ludo? Dark Armor Vault. Oh! Yeah. There's 2 mutants in hand, so that makes perfect sense. It's also going to protect the mutants from... It's also going to protect Dark Fairy from these sucker punches. So Liam just trying to rush ahead here.
I think he's got to. The 2 double mimicry is nice, and once Tom has something in his discard, but
well, I mean, mimicry Wild Bounty, mimicry Wild Bounty.
Yeah, but for that Wild Bounty, he has to
have captures, yeah. But yes, I have another card with a Pippin, I guess, yeah. The Whistling Darts and Misery Exploiter coming early is a bit of a pain. Plays the Dark Fairy before the Wild Bounty. Quite interesting. I guess he wants to diversify the Amber a little bit rather than having all the Saurus Rex.
That definitely makes sense. There we go. That's the Wild Bounty. So that'll be probably double mimicry in a minute, I would imagine.
Also, if Tommy's got a Circusaurus in the deck, it would make a lot of sense because you want to diversify Amber out a lot. Because you want to make sure that your creatures only have 1 each, so they all get transferred to your opponent's creatures.
That is true.
Tommy says we got him. Yep, we the diversifying of Amber. Just discards Resurgence.
So we're 3 Amber apiece going into turn 3. Rascalat, or Liam, as I will now call him because he's easier to pronounce. Don't know what he's going to do here. It's not Wild Bounty he could do, but it's not really got a lot to do with it. Fanghouse is nice.
This Reclaim by
Scady's
Nature
turn.
makes me very sad.
Yeah.
Ronnie Risclocks to fight Dark Fairy, plays Lamidria. This is a long con play because not only does it get value on the mimicries for Resurgence into Ronnie, but it also gives extra value from the Misery Exploiter.
That is true.
You go Shadows here, right? You want to keep your Dark Ember Vault down. You have 2 mutants in hand, which essentially equates to 3 draw power thanks to the Rad Pennies pip.
Yeah.
Although I imagine Tommy was also eyeing up the Ludo to keep.
Well,
Saurus Amber.
that's what the problem with Ludo is you're not in a good position moving forward, and at the moment, if they steal a couple of ammo, that's not going to be the end of the world. But you
gets
need to
gets an opportunist with a draw pip on it. Well, just we got to be cycling through this deck so quickly. Plays Nexus
No. Why do you put Nexus on that side, not the other ones that keep the leader in the
because
middle?
he has 2 Saurian creatures in hand. So
Yes.
so he wants to make Liam think that he's not going to go Saurian, or give away the information that he has 2 Saurian creatures in hand. Either way, it's a bit of subterfuge trying to make Liam think that Saurus Rex is not a threat at this point because it's nowhere near the middle.
Yeah.
Spoils of Battle. Spoils of Battle is such a good card. Basically, it captures one
I love it.
itself, and then each creature of Amber on it captures again. It is a better pandemonium.
And just to be clear, that's on both sides.
That's on both
So,
sides.
Yeah, I've been burnt by it once, but the first time I played it. But yeah, I've got a deck with 2 or 3 of them in it, and
Has
it's just seems I averaged 20. At one point, I think we averaged 27 amber on my board with the opponent not having any board wipes, and I had Ludo.
Tommy
It's
having
like-
a triple Ludo deck with the dino that says after a creature reaps, exalts it, makes me sick to my
Oh.
stomach. That is a nasty combination there.
The Exalted guys have gone all out
Yeah.
this
Tommy,
time.
no punches. Tommy says it's fun. Well, I hope you play against the 5 Edai deck and then see how much fun you have then.
I actually fear he may still have fun. I did not. You did. I did not.
I
against that
did,
deck.
because I
that
almost-
deck is evil.
I did because I almost won. I came so damn close.
I nearly rage quit the game after that game.
So Reapersaurus Rex to exalt twice.
Yeah, that is Tom. That's
That-
Dave's C's game.
Yeah, that's Dave Colorado's deck, but he's not playing it. So you got to watch out for who is playing it. His mimicry, it's got to be an untamed turn next turn. Okay, so you play spells of battle, which pretty much takes you.
Ooh,
Oh, he wants to kill the Midra and also basically capture all of Liam's Amber.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got the Humble, which means he can capture 2 and immediately make it go to the common supply.
Oh man.
If he spoils the battles, the Dark Fairy here, it'll go up to 3 and then Humble just annihilates it. Yes, he leaves Liam on 1 extra Amber, but he takes out 3 from the game. That is such a nasty combination. Puts it
It's
on
not done
Nexus.
it that way. Still makes sense.
Yeah.
Stealing all 3 off him.
It would still steal off 3 actually, because you capture 1.
Mm-hmm. And then Humble plays.
Humble on the Nexus, get rid of 2. Word of Returning. I love that Word of Returning came back in MM because it was definitely needed afterwards, Clyde.
Oh god, yeah. I still want to see how you cope with the game without any dissing it when we come to the next release.
Don't. I'm so sad about that.
I know.
It makes me sad. Throwing stars not getting the same value as you'd expect.
But this is the beauty of the Crucible. You're not sitting around digging for single 1 damage point tokens in 20 minutes because you need 8 of them. It's one of the reasons I like the Crucible.
Because it's all just Tommy's saying that Word of Return didn't have much use against Liam's deck. No, but I imagine that these mimicries are going to get some nice value out of this Word of Returning.
Mm-hmm.
I still need to find someone to do this like giant dinosaur skull I bought today.
Why did you buy a giant dinosaur cell? I feel I should ask this question. And secondly, why are you not the first of my friends to do that in the last few weeks?
Because it was in Morrison's and it was there, and I thought, ooh, Saurian skull. I can use this to make a pile of skulls thing. I can use it to make a deck box. It's a Saurian skull. I will find something to use it with.
Okay, my other friend said I'm going to make a costume pretend to be a raptor. I'm not sure which one wins. But to be fair, it does look awesome so far, his costume.
Whoever wins, we lose.
I personally go yes and just nod and move on.
So you play Ghost Hawk next to Rad Penny and Sauce Rex because you get Exalted, go get a Saurian card for next turn.
Yeah.
But every Reap comes with an Exalt.
It's got a Ludo though. So providing he can protect the Ludo is okay, but it's a little bit exposed right now.
Yes. And the one thing I do love about Word of Returning is it's 2 separate abilities. So it's deal damage. It deal 1 damage to creatures for each amber on it. Then take the amber. So if the creature dies, Ludo gets rid of the amber before Word of Returning returns it.
Exactly.
Right, nice. Look, use it to capture last of the amber. I imagine Liam's not having much fun here. Now,
It's got 0 keys, 0 amber. Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Do you reclaim by nature the Dark Amber Vault?
No. Well, I would not, and it's rare because normally I happily kill my artifacts off, but the Dark Amber Vault is one of those which is seriously OP for most decks, especially with this one.
But you also have a guaranteed shooter on the board at the minute. So once you get free deck, you can get it back.
Yeah, I'm. It's a hard call, but I would keep it and I'll just discard it out my hand because it's only 1 amber.
But discarding it, the opponent then gets to go, haha, mimicry.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point. You can't purge your own, and but also doesn't it purge the artifact, not just discard it?
Oh yeah, it's purge, isn't it?
And that's the dilemma.
This is the problem. This is what Tommy's got to be thinking about now. Is he can play them and get the pips, or he can discard them and hope that Liam isn't sat on the both mimicries, because Liam is a third through the deck.
Yeah.
Just over a third through the deck, so it's very unlikely he'd have both mimicries in hand. That is what I'd be thinking.
The fact he has had it the entire game has actually probably been more of a hindrance to him than a benefit.
Oh, definitely a change, and that was the thing. Tommy could hold on to them like he held on to the Reclaim by Nature, and create these self-chains.
Here we go. So,
as soon as
what's Fanghouse's text again?
Fanghouse is assault free, hazardous free.
So we play the mimicry, but I can't see the chat what's going on. Yeah.
So Dark Fairy died, and Saurus Rex died, which means all that amber was returned to the common pool, not to Liam, and that's why Liam's a bit. That's why the game sort of stops, because Liam's like, "Where's the rest of the amber?"
Yeah. I'll take it you watched this one live then.
I saw bits and bobs because I was also looking after Flynn at the time.
No, I do appreciate all the work you do, man. Finn around Finn.
It is
most importantly around Finn, not Finn around it.
Yeah, Flynn.
Flynn. I don't know why it's a Finn. Flynn. Yeah.
You'd be surprised how many kids in the last few years have been called Finn or Finley, and when they're with Flynn, like, oh Jesus, this is gonna be awkward.
Yeah, stupid Star Wars fans.
Uses mimicry on spoils a battle to keep Void off the second key. Tommy is denied that second key.
Makes sense. So, I mean, that's an awesome time by Liam. He's got himself up to 7. He's got his hand cycled a bit better. He's got not a bad hand in play. Life Ward's always a good one to have. It's interesting now because he's.
I think what so.
Down,
you would.
It's going to be a Shadow's turn, I'd say.
Yeah, Shadow's turn. You would. Tempting offer back the Fanghouse, get your 2 amber back, capture 1 onto anything. Your opponent stays on 7. You play Opportunist with the capture, and then it captures itself. So you take Liam off that first key again. You play Spike Trap. You reap with both the boys, and you sit there on 10 amber, 12 amber.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So Liam was just saying that he was debating conceding before he got the Word of Returning turn. Which is fair. The board state was completely in Tommy's control. The amber was completely in the control. The mimicries saved the game there.
Yeah. And for those 9 of you, if any of you are just joining in, this is the Tom the Void at the bottom from Team Exalted Bulging Edition against Liam from Team Archimedes. Tom is also in the chat, joining with his own commentation as well. If just a few seconds.
Tommy has just pointed out that Boss Zarek gives each creature that has amber on it elusive.
Oh.
So so all these creatures are becoming elusive. Fanghouse doesn't really care about elusive because it's got the hazardous, it's got the assault free, but still really good. This Brenda Fanatic is just, it doesn't care.
Yeah.
All the creatures being damaged. Now, there's only 2 creatures in Liam's hand, so this Pandemonium is dead. The Life Ward,
I mean, I wouldn't do this. I mean, what's the Star Alliance card? He's not Star Alliance, Untamed card. He's got next to Fanghouse.
That is Fogbank.
Oh.
Do you banish Ludo?
I don't know. Honestly, not a clue.
Plays Life Ward.
Banish Ludo. If you don't banish anything, you banish Ludo.
Yeah, banish Ludo, because if you can get a board wipe, you can do some work. So this Reclaim by Nature is going to do work. Because the Life Ward's down, which means he gets pips, and he's also got 2 Untamed actions with a Dark Harbinger in hand. And Dark Harbinger becomes ready after you use an Untamed action.
I mean, this is a...
Now, Liam does have the amazing combo of Brent the Fanatic and Life for a Life. Which is just, you gain 1, but I steal 3.
So, but the fact is, he's not even had his turn yet, really. He's on 6 amber. He can easily get 3 amber there to get him in the background. So that's... combo.
I'm saying that Tommy has definitely got this. He's going to be sat on like 14 amber at the end of this.
Or 6.
Well,
no, you can play the action cards. So not me. I'm just being slow.
Plays an action. So plays Resurgence, Reaps the Dark Harbinger, going to 7. Then plays Reclaim by Nature. Reaps goes to 8. Plays Reclaim by Nature, which will
9.
Goes to 9.
But purges Life Ward more importantly.
Purges Life Ward and gains an extra amber, which takes him to 11. And then Reaps with Dark Harbinger, getting him to 12.
Yeah, and even if Liam pulls anything off, he's then got not a bad story in hand straight afterwards.
No, he's got Ludo in the archives, and he's got a second Ludo. He's got 2 Ludos in hand.
Yeah,
This
so we know. Tom, if we ever play face to face again, I may accidentally steal one of your cards, set fire to it. Nah, but all seriously, I think he's a great get. He's just playing out the turn.
Plays Nerf Blast, gets this. So at least Liam got at least 1 key, so he got some points for Archimedes in that respect.
Yeah,
and that's all they can really do. Gets himself up to 12 thanks to destroying the Dark Harbinger, because all that reaping got exalted. Exhume came too late, because Exhume and Ronnie would have been nice. 3 Fates.
At that point, Exhume on anything would have been nice. I mean, there was so much. I mean, the luck came in as much, I think.
Oh, definitely.
Right.